Anger is a universal human experience, and our most intimate relationships are not immune to it. It's an emotion that can either make or break the bond we share with our significant others. While it's normal to feel angry from time to time, it's how we manage this anger that matters. These quotes about anger in relationships serve as a gentle reminder that love is not just about the good times, but also about navigating the stormy seas of anger and misunderstanding. Speak when you are angry and you will make the best speech you will ever regret. This quote by Ambrose Bierce, an acclaimed American journalist and short story writer, underscores the potential dangers of lashing out when angry. When we are swept up in the intensity of our emotions, our judgment becomes clouded, leading us to say things that we may not truly mean, hurting the people we love and causing irreparable damage to our most important relationships. In essence, this quote is a call for mindfulness in our communication, especially during moments of high emotional distress. It encourages us to take a step back, to breathe, and to allow ourselves the space to process our feelings before we react. In doing so, we may find that our initial inclination to lash out in anger might fade, replaced with a more measured and thoughtful response. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. This thought-provoking quote from the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle provides a nuanced perspective on the emotion of anger. It acknowledges that anger is a common and easy-to-reach emotional state, but raises the question of whether our anger is appropriately directed and managed. Aristotle prompts us to ask if our anger is targeted at the right person. This challenges us to reflect on whether the individual we are directing our anger towards is genuinely the source of our frustration or merely an unfortunate recipient of misplaced emotions. Secondly, he urges us to consider the degree of our anger, suggesting that our response should be proportionate to the situation. A minor annoyance might warrant a moment of irritation, but not a full-blown outburst. Thirdly, Aristotle introduces the notion of timing. He suggests that there are moments when expressing anger can be constructive and moments when it can lead to further complications. Understanding when to express anger and when to hold back requires discernment and emotional intelligence. Next, he points to the purpose behind our anger. Are we using our anger constructively, as a catalyst for change or improvement? Or is it merely a release of pent-up frustration that serves no positive outcome? Lastly, Aristotle emphasizes the way we express our anger. He hints that even justified anger can be harmful if expressed in a destructive manner. It is crucial to communicate our feelings in a way that promotes understanding rather than escalating conflict. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. This quote, which is commonly attributed to Buddha, offers a striking metaphor about the self-destructive impact of holding on to your anger. Just as poison harms the one who consumes it, anger primarily damages the person who retains it. It can lead to a range of negative effects, from mental distress such as anxiety and depression to physical health issues like high blood pressure and heart disease. The second part of the quote, expecting the other person to die, underscores the irrationality of sustained anger. We sometimes hold on to our anger in the hope that it will somehow hurt the person who has wronged us. However, the reality is that our anger often has little to no impact on the other person. Our anger serves only to cause harm to ourselves, not to them. Anger, resentment and jealousy don't change the hearts of others. They only change yours. Renowned author Shannon Alder echoes the message of the previous quotes by pointing out that emotions such as anger, resentment, and jealousy primarily affect the individual experiencing them. Alder suggests that these emotions have a transformative effect on us. They change our heart, possibly making us more bitter, less trusting, or more closed off. The negative energy we invest in these emotions can distort our perspective, affect our mental and physical health, and diminish our capacity for joy and positivity. Anger is often more hurtful than the injury that caused it. This timeless English proverb offers a profound insight into the nature of anger and its potential consequences. It suggests that our response to a perceived wrong or injury, when influenced by anger, can often lead to greater harm than the initial offense itself. While the injury referred to in the proverb might cause initial pain or distress, the anger that follows can amplify this harm, leading to a cycle of negativity and damage that extends far beyond the original incident. Our angry reaction might escalate the situation, provoking further conflict or animosity. In this way, the impact of our anger can be more hurtful than the initial injury, causing lasting damage that may be difficult to repair. Furthermore, the proverb also points to the internal harm that anger can cause. Dwelling on anger can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It can consume our thoughts and energy, preventing us from finding peace and happiness. In times of great stress or adversity, it's always best to keep busy, to plow your anger and your energy into something positive. Lee Iacocca advocates for the transformation of negative emotions into positive action, proposing that we redirect our anger and energy into beneficial endeavors. Rather than letting these negative emotions consume us, he suggests keeping busy as a means to cope. This does not imply ignoring or suppressing our feelings. Instead, it encourages us to engage in activities that require our focus and effort, which can provide a useful distraction and mitigate the intensity of our emotional response. These insightful quotes about anger in relationships remind us of the potential destructiveness of anger. Holding on to anger can impair our judgment, strain our relationships, and harm our mental and physical well-being. Yet anger is a natural human emotion, and it's unrealistic and unhealthy to aim for its complete eradication. What's crucial is how we respond to anger. When we encounter adversity or injustice, we can choose to channel our energy into constructive actions rather than letting anger consume us. These quotes encourage us to let go of negative emotions, respond to adversity with positivity, and cultivate emotional intelligence. By heeding these insights, we can navigate our relationships with greater wisdom and compassion, fostering stronger connections and promoting personal growth. For more inspiration, visit www.carlacorelli.com.